This particular sign is always seen on the ramp entering the freeway for safety. Which one is it? School crossing, pedestrian crossing, railroad crossing, or no pedestrians? School crossing, pedestrian crossing, railroad crossing, no pedestrians. You guessed it right, Brittany. The no pedestrian sign is the one that goes on the ramp to the freeway for safety. And that's because the freeway is not made for crossing or walking on or whatever. It would it would really cost the freeway all of its insurance if you were to have gotten hurt. Now here on the signboard are two signs. Your best winning will be a Trips Incorporated vacation to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, seeing the very heart of South America and inland too. The two signs are Ausfahrt, German for exit, and Interstate 98. Here are the dials as you see them. It's time for you to guess. Ausfahrt left, Interstate 98 right. Doot, 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 doot. Great job, Brittany. The sign on the left says Ausfahrt, and the sign on the right says Interstate 98. Now here, Brittany, is a set of different area diagrams on the left, and the different signs that go with each one on the right. Match them correctly, and you will win a new fortune. You had planned for agreement to switch the entire map system from giant maps and phone books to the new subdivision books that help you look up only information that's essential in turning pages. Doot, 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 doot. Great job, Brittany. In the first one, you always have to use the railroad caution sign. That one is required at a maximum of 500 feet before a railroad crossing and for safety. If you've ever seen them on lampposts or on telephone poles, it's because it's right where the sign is supposed to be so that so they don't have to put an extra pole in next to one. Especially these less frequent crossings, they actually are required to have a caution sign like this nowadays. It's not like the olden days when they could go without. The stop sign always goes right here, where this smaller road stops here at the big arterial to kind of stop the traffic, because the ones on the arterial always have the right-of-way there. That's the way it goes, other than emergency vehicles that have their lights on. That's where it goes. The pedestrian sign, however, goes right here on the third one to inform you that pedestrians cross there. In the city, wherever there's another number name street that's major in downtown or midtown, they also have to have a traffic signal there that's for the pedestrian use when need be. But there's cars that cross the intersection too, and that helps make it easier to go across. The signal ahead sign, the supplemental version, well, no, not exactly, but goes here too if there happens to be another one that pops up less than a block's worth away from the one you're currently at, or if it's over the crest of a hill or around a corner. This helps inform you to get ready to stop if need be. Now, in some states, it's actually by law required to have a sign that says "Be prepared to stop" when they have one there. Yeah. The one with no swimming in the area, where the pond is usually green. In some parks, it's not permissible to swim in that area because it's all full of stuff that could make you very sick. In the wintertime, they always say no skating because ponds are not made for skating on. A lot of people are responsible for keeping you from getting hurt because their insurance can't cover you if you get hurt. The the national park sign goes with what you see here about the start of a national park when you come to here. This is so you know where you're going. In this picture, Brittany, you fit the sign on the right with the quote on the left. Guess them all right, and you get to be part of the new subdivision book organization for the world's major cities. This sign is required wherever there's an intersection near a railroad crossing. And why is because, you know, you have to be able to realize that the intersection is that stopping on the tracks is the wrong way to do it. Stopping on tracks is not permissible for any reason whatsoever. Heavy traffic or breakdown or whatever you name it. This sign is required in a lane where you must turn left to prevent collision. That's right, the left turn only one is there. U-turns are allowed there in that lane, but you must never proceed straight or try to change your mind. This sign tells you which way to go to get to the seaport. Yep, that one's correct also. Port to the right. It tells you how to get there. This sign is required wherever a one-way street ends to prevent traffic from going the wrong way. Yep, that's the one. Do not enter. Whenever it's on the left, you don't enter the road from the left. But if it's on the right, regardless of whether there's one on the left too, you don't enter the road at all. This sign is the one used for warning people of falling rocks. You got it. Some supplementally say falling rocks, others say show the symbol of it. Canada always does. This sign is required at all construction zones. It's by law required to have something like this so that you know that construction's going on in the area. And here, Brittany, is a color match to our signs. You should know what color goes with which sign description. Stop and other prohibition descriptions. Red is the correct answer. Construction warning. Orange with black is the correct answer. Caution basics. Yellow and black is the correct answer. Guide to where you want to go. Street name or address sign. Green is the correct answer. Service guide. Blue is the correct answer. Point of interest guide. Brown is the correct answer. Regulatory signs. Black with white is the correct answer. You've just about earned your permit to the new subdivision book committee. And here, Brittany, you toss the dice to help fill in the signs that belong in this sequence. If you get them all right on 10 tosses, you will win your certificate to being on the subdivision book making organization. Hint, if the sign happens to come up on the die, we'll tell you if and how many times it'll appear on the board. You did it. Well done. It looks like you got the sequence down just fine. And now you spin this wheel right here, wherever, and give it a ride. You've just landed on the yield ahead sign. This sign, where do you usually find a sign like this? Well, right here, wherever there's a place where you have to yield soon, they always have this. And this is kind of a neat sign. It looks rather neat. But don't let that cute face fool you or you could be in big trouble. And now here's your final round, Brittany. You and Dylan are going to have to make sure you get the meanings of these signs right in order to win the prize of being on the new subdivision book committee. You got it. You can be the coordinator of one of these 3 map companies if you win. Universal Maps, Rand McNally, or Cartographers Company.